Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and today I am going to be organizing my kitchen cabinets. So a while ago, back in February, we moved our coffee bar from one of our countertops to a separate area in our dining room. But now that means that our mugs are all the way across the room from where we make our coffee. And so it's been a goal of mine to kind of rearrange everything for the new setup in our kitchen and dining room. So I'm going to be tackling that today. This is probably going to take me a couple of days. Today I'm kind of just focusing on getting the top cabinets rearranged, organized, clean them out on the inside, line them again with new liner, and then put everything back in a way that makes sense for us. I'm going to be purging some stuff because we definitely have a lot of things up in these upper cabinets that we just don't use anymore. So we're going to be getting rid of some stuff as well. So let's get started. I'm starting with a quick wipe down of the countertops. I just didn't want to put all of my clean cups and dishes down on a dirty counter, so I made sure that it wasn't dirty anymore. I also placed the oven cover on top of the stovetop to give me more surface area to put things on while I sorted through them. And then I went through one cabinet at a time, emptied it out, purged and decluttered items, got rid of the old shelf liner, and then I did a thorough clean of the inside of the cabinets as well as the outside doors before I moved on to the next cabinet. And boy, did some of these shelves need it. I did actually use two different microfiber cloths when I was cleaning these cabinets, one for the actual shelf themselves, and then a different cloth for the doors and the walls, I guess, of the cabinet, just because some of the shelves were kind of gross and I didn't really want to use the same cloth and spread it all around the cabinets.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes.
Now, I haven't ever really used this small cabinet above the microwave before. Even with using the fan when I'm cooking, grease still tends to collect on these doors. And I just didn't want to use it if I didn't have to. I didn't want any items in there to get all greasy. But I am starting to run out of space in these upper cabinets, and I'm just going to have to grit my teeth and use it. This cabinet here was really a huge mess, just a hodgepodge of items that didn't really have a place, and I kind of just placed there. And as you can see, looks like a complete disaster. It really needed to be cleaned out and organized. I just felt like something bad was kind of waiting to happen. Something was going to eventually fall out of there.
You're gone now. Will you call me back? Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. You're the traveling kind. It's a known fact. Yeah, I know that. Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me. Once you've traveled the world, all the spaces inside your heart. I hope I'll be your end destination.
after all the cabinets were clean, I measured up the first cabinet so I could cut out a liner for the shelves. Now, I decided to use extra wrapping paper for my shelf liner. I know that dedicated shelf liner materials are out there and available. I have used them in the past, but our family is on a budget right now, and I heard a tip from a former coworker of mine that wrapping paper works really well. And I buy way too much wrapping paper each year for Christmas, and it just ends up piling up. So instead of buying new liner, I just decided to use all that extra wrapping paper that I already had. So I did not spend anything for this project. I'll talk more about it later on in the video, but it did end up working out pretty well, all things considered, and I'll definitely be using it more often in the future. I just want to take a quick second here to ask that if you're enjoying this video, to please consider subscribing if you haven't already. It really helps support my channel and allows me to keep track of the size of my audience. If you're not ready to subscribe yet, that's totally okay. You can also hit the like button as well to help spread this video to anyone else who might enjoy it too.
The brightest sky I have ever seen, the most colorful one like a dream. You wake me up with a new white smile, and I know I'm truly alive. I wanna save every moment now. Hold tight, my love, we got this one right. And if they ask us where we've been hiding, we'll just shake our heads. And when no one is listening, I confess, I'll let you in on everything, even the fact that I'm obsessed with you. I hope I don't scare you too much, babe. I wish to flatter, not alienate. Since I met you, my life's like a train, running smooth, I've been made for you. And when no one is listening, I confess, I'll let you in on everything, even the fact that I'm obsessed, the fact that I'm obsessed with you. With you. So when no one is listening, I confess, I let you in on everything, even the fact that I'm obsessed with you. And when no one is listening, I confess, I'll let you in on everything, even the fact that I'm obsessed with I was at the wrong place at the right time, 'cause suddenly there you were with those bright blue eyes. We were conversing under the night sky, When you took my hand, said let's leave now. Don't wanna be shy. I will let my guard down. Don't wanna be shy. I will let my guard down. I wanna laugh out loud. Talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder. I wanna laugh out loud. Talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder. Love a little louder. Love a little louder. We went to a small bar with neon lights. Talked about everything that was on our minds. Talking to you gave me butterflies. Then you took my hand, said let's leave now. Don't wanna be shy. I will let my guard down. Don't wanna be shy. I will let my guard down. I wanna laugh out loud. Talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder. I wanna laugh out loud. Talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder. Love a little louder. Love a little louder. Love a little louder. Love a little louder. Love out loud. Love out loud. Love out loud. Love out loud.
So yesterday I ran out of battery, so I didn't get to show you guys how I ended up organizing these top cabinets. So here we have all of our plates and bowls on the bottom. And this middle one is where we put all of our mugs. And I moved them over here because this is right next to our coffee bar, which is off this way. And so they're closer to the coffee bar. I do not keep them out on the coffee bar. We don't have a ton of matching ones. And we just have kind of a mismatch of them. And I like the less cluttered look on the coffee bar. So, and then up at the top, I have all of my more kitchen decor stuff that we don't use quite as often. We have like our Santa mugs and just some things that I would use more as decoration than as actual things in the kitchen. I have never used the cabinet up here before above our microwave. It tends to get really greasy, so I don't really like to use it that much. And we didn't really need it when we first moved in, but as you know, one does, you kind of fill the space that you inhabit. So we have definitely collected stuff. So I put all of my candles up here. Hopefully that won't melt them. I don't know if it gets hot up there or not. But all of my candles are now up here. At least the ones that I use down here. In this one, by our pantry, it seems a lot more empty than it actually is. It's because a lot of stuff is still in the dishwasher right now. This down here, we are going to have all of our Tupperware. A lot of our Tupperware is in our fridge right now. And then all of my baking stuff that I use to cook and bake and measure stuff out that isn't in a drawer is up here. We have our snack bowls and the kids' snack cups, and they are right next to the pantry with the snacks, lunch boxes, and things like that for taking food to lunch. Baby bottles that right now we don't use but did not want to get rid of because we may need them in the future are up here. And then a random souvenir mug from my husband is up here. I don't really get up here to this top shelf very often, so that's why it's up there. And finally, in this shelf by the kitchen, we have kind of the stuff we don't use quite so often up here. Vases, my husband's growler, some wine glasses, our big, tall travel mugs and cups that really don't fit anywhere else. Then we have our regular travel mugs. They're closer to the door, so my husband and I tend to make our coffee, put them in a regular mug, and then if we leave to go someplace, we'll transfer it to a travel mug. Not a great way to like save on washing dishes, but it works for us. We have some dessert glasses over here by the fridge where all the frozen stuff would be. Cold drink glasses are also over here by the fridge. So I'm moving on to my drawers. This is day 2. I did take a little bit of a break in between, but I ran out of the white buffalo check wrapping paper, and I am too cheap to go out and get more of the same kind, which I don't even know if it's still available right now, but I've got plenty of other colors of buffalo check wrapping paper, so we're just going to go with the green right now, which seems really odd for the middle of summer, but they are inside my drawers. It's not like everybody's going to see it all the time. Most of the people are not going to be opening any of the stuff on the bottom because it just doesn't, I mean, it's basically stuff that I use to cook with. So most people aren't going to see the green at all. They're just going to see the white if they open up to get like a glass or something when people come. But I guess I'll just have really festive drawers and festive interiors of my kitchen cabinets. I just don't feel like it's worth it to go out and get new wrapping paper. I have got way too much wrapping paper for Christmas anyway, so I might as well use it for this, and then I have a great excuse to go and get more wrapping paper come Christmas time. I'm actually really surprised with how well the wrapping paper is doing in these upper cabinets. They're staying down really well, even with the tape, because you never really take everything off of it. But it's going to be so easy to dispose of when it gets gross and dirty, and then I can just replace it with something cheaper than shelf liner. And the nice thing about this too is because it's glossy, everything, my husband noticed this. And when my husband notices anything, you know, it's usually for a good thing, or it's either really good or it's really bad. But he commented on how easily stuff just slid across the surface. It made it so much easier for him to put things inside. And that is great. And I was worried it was going to rip, but it's not. And another great thing is when you look inside this paper, there's squares on the back. These are 1-inch squares. So you don't have to measure out the wrapping paper. You just go to the nearest inch inside. Yeah, it won't cover everything. It won't be perfect, but it's wrapping paper. I'm obviously not looking for perfect here. But then you don't have to go through the whole rigmarole of measuring out the wrapping paper. You can just measure that and then cut it out to the squares. So we're going to get started on the drawers first, and then we are going to do the the bottom cabinets. Hopefully we can get that all done today. I've got about 40 minutes before I have to go pick up my son from pre-K, and nap time is over, so I got to get started.
You had me at hello, 'cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too.
You came right out of the blue. I wanna do what you want to.
We can leave and run away someday, someday.
I've been saving you. You save me too.
can take you anywhere, somewhere. We won't be scared.
You will see me flying high, I'm staring into your blue eyes. We don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too. I've been saving you, and you save me too. Yeah, I need it. Don't you need me too? 'Cause I need you. Yeah, so call me anytime that you need a favor. Call me anytime I can come and save you. Oh, oh. Call me anytime that you need a friend. And call me anytime when you're out of time. And you, I got you.
You got me, got me. You got me, got me. You got me too.
I kinda don't want to admit it, but this drawer and the next one just about had me pulling my hair out trying to line it. I measured them I don't know how many times, and I swear I cut the wrapping paper to size, but for some reason they ended up being cut too big to fit, and I kept having to take them out and trim them down. Then I would take it back, and it was like it grew right in my hands. It was still too big, and I took it back like 5 or 6 times, I think, to cut it down to size on both sides, all sides. I did finally figure out the right size to cut it to get it to fit the first time, but boy, was it a journey to get there.
Lately I have had trouble sleeping, so I stay up late at night in a room lit by the TV light. All I want is to get some shut-eye, but my thoughts are keeping me awake. I don't know what it is, but it's been like this ever since we kissed. I don't know what to do, 'cause I long for you every single night. It's been like this ever since we kissed. I try my best to keep my mind occupied so that I can focus on anything but you. 'Cause all I want is to get some shut-eye, but the thought of you is keeping me awake. I don't know what it is, but it's been like this ever since we kissed. I don't know what to do, 'cause I long for you every single night. I don't know what it is, but it's been like this ever since we kissed. I don't know what to do, 'cause I long for you every single night. It's been like this ever since we kissed.
At this point, my younger son really wanted me to draw some different dinosaurs for him, so you will see me stop from time to time, and he does walk in front of the camera a couple of times as well. I usually try to edit my kids out of videos just for privacy reasons, but since you can't see his face and there wasn't really a good point to edit it out, I just left it in. This is also the only bottom cabinet I filmed me working on, since it was starting to get close to dinner time at this point and I couldn't continue.
Wanna be free of this heart, yeah. Wanna feel your arms around me. I need you more, need you here, more than I would like to admit. Let's forget about tomorrow, yeah. Should I hide away forever? Should I close my eyes and never again hold you tight, call you mine, think about you every time? I remember that it's over, yeah. You never break, you never lie, you never ever scared of the dark. So why am I the one who cries? I'm so afraid to be left behind. I think about you a lot. It's almost like I can't stop, yeah. You never lose an argument, so I've been trying hard to pretend that I'm okay. It's just a phase, and everything is going just great. I think about you a lot. It's almost like I can't stop, yeah. I always knew that this would...
So all of my drawers ended up being green, but I ran out of the green paper now too, and so I had to move on to the red. So now the cabinets are extra Christmassy festive, way outside of Christmas, but that's okay. I've got all of our electronics in here. We've actually got a lot of space in this cabinet still, but I put all the heavier ones on top because I didn't want to put them all the way on the bottom where it would be harder for me to get out. And then my smaller ones are down here. Some are more towards the front if I want to use them more often. Down here in this one, we've got pots, pans, griddle, all of that jazz. I know there's probably a better way for me to store these, but this is just what I've got with the space that I've got and the mismatched pans, especially the pans down here. They're all mismatched. And finally, in the last cabinet, we've got all of the baking pans as well as some serving platters and things of that kind. So all of it is done out in red now. So that is all for today's video. I now have extremely festive cabinets. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button down below if you haven't already. It really does so much to help spread this video out to anyone else who might be interested in it too. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.